Hey guys, Brad Danger here, and I bought this Supra because I loved what it stood for, the legacy, the badge, the silhouette, that long hood, that wide rear. When it first came out, it looked incredible in person, and well, it still does. And every single time that I drive this thing, I just enjoy it. I smile. But something happened this week. Nissan dropped the full details of the 2027 Z NISMO, and I looked in disbelief for a long time, longer than I actually wanted to, because the more I read, the worse I felt about this car behind me. Not because the Supra is bad, but because Toyota stopped trying, and Nissan, well, they didn't. And that is what this video is about. And if you want to win this Supra or a Shelby GT350 plus $100,000 in cold hard cash, click the link in the pinned first comment and get entered for 99 cents. Yes, you get a ton of entries to win the car plus the $100,000 cash for less than $1. Let's go. Let me tell you why this car exists in my garage. The A90 Supra, on the 90s one, was my poster car. 2JZ, twin turbo, bulletproof, the car that made an entire generation fall in love with Japanese performance. When Toyota brought it back as the A90 in 2019, I wanted to believe. I really did. Yes, it had a BMW engine. Yes, purists were losing their minds about that, but I drove one. And you know what? It was good, quick, balanced, rear-wheel drive, proper sports car proportions. The inline-six sounded fantastic. I told myself the BMW thing didn't matter. What matters is how it drives, right? So I bought one, and I don't regret that decision. I regret what Toyota did after, because instead of taking that foundation and building on it, adding a manual, developing the platform further, making it more Toyota over time, they killed it. Discontinued the inline-six, no successor announced. Just gone, like they got bored, like sports cars were a phase. And I'm sitting here with a sports car from a company that quit, while Nissan is sitting over there with the 2027 Z NISMO, manual transmission, GTR brakes, 420 horsepower, still going, still fighting, still caring. Here's the thing that really gets me. The Z has been in continuous production as a concept, as a philosophy since 1969. The 240Z, the 260Z, the 280Z, the 300ZX, the 350Z, the 370Z, the RZ34, and now the 2027 NISMO. Every single generation in conversation with the last. Every single one saying, we remember. The Supra nameplate, it disappeared for 17 years, came back as a BMW collab, then disappeared again. I love my Supra, but I cannot look you in the eye and tell you Toyota treated this nameplate with the same respect Nissan treated the Z. I can't do it. The Z earned its legacy one generation at a time. The Supra coasted on its legacy and then abandoned it. That's not a hot take. That's just the timeline. Okay, let me tell you what Nissan did, because once I walk you through this, you'll understand why I've been in my feelings all week. The 2027 Z NISMO, 3-liter twin-turbo V6, 420 horsepower, over 380 pound-feet of torque, more power than my Supra's inline-six made. Let that land for a second, and they did it with a V6. Nissan's V6, not borrowed from anyone, theirs. Now the manual, shorter throw than the previous model. Yes, it's a little mechanical feeling, notchy in the gates, but that's not a flaw, that's a feature, that's the car talking to you. My Supra came with a manual option in this generation only for special edition for extra money. Nissan actually built one. The brakes, they pulled the two-piece rotors from the GTR, the actual literal GTR, in a car that costs roughly half as much as a GTR ever did. And because the new braking system is lighter up front, the whole front end changes character. The steering is quicker, more alive, recalibrated suspension to match. They shaved 19 pounds from just the wheel and braking area alone. New forged NISMO wheels, updated dampers across all 2027 Z models, not just the NISMO. New fuel tank that handles hard cornering without starving the engine. Toyota gave my generation a BMW engine and a pretty body. Nissan gave their generation GTR brakes and a manual gearbox. I know which one I'd pick if I was buying today. Before I keep going, real quick, our friends at Ideal Stars are giving away a Shelby Mustang, a Toyota Supra, and $100,000 cash, all in one giveaway. And yes, the irony is not lost on me. The car I'm sitting next to, the car Toyota discontinued, you can win one. Head to winthisIdealcar.com right now. Link is in the description below. Maybe you'll love it more than I do right now. Okay? Back to my crisis. Let me tell you about the small things, because the horsepower numbers and the brake specs, those are easy to argue about. The small things are what keep me up at night. The Z NISMO has a frameless mirror now. The previous Z had a chunky frame mirror that reviewers say basically created an extra blind spot while driving hard. Nissan saw that complaint, fixed it. Done. My Supra's interior, and I say this with love, has not aged perfectly. Some of the switchgear feels like a 2019 BMW because it is a 2019 BMW. The Z NISMO has fully manual Recaro seats, soft enough for a daily drive, bolstered enough to hold you through a hard canyon run. Nissan seats, Nissan's design, built for this car specifically. The wireless charger is now Qi 2, magnetic, ventilated, your phone doesn't move, your phone doesn't overheat. The steering wheel is thinner than the standard model. More feedback, more connection, more feel. And then there's the startup animation on the 2027. Apparently it shows every generation of the Z morphing into each other. Right there on the screen when you turn the key, the car knows its own history. Toyota discontinued the Supra. Nissan is celebrating 55 years of the Z on the startup screen. Come on, man. All right, I've been diplomatic enough. Hot take time. Hot take 1. The 2027 Z NISMO is a better sports car purchase than any new Toyota at this price point. Full stop. Not a debate, a conclusion. The GR86 is wonderful, but it's smaller and less powerful. The GR Corolla is a hot hatchback. Brilliant, but not this. The Supra is gone. Nissan is the last Japanese automaker standing in the affordable rear-wheel drive sports coupe segment, and they are not wasting that position. Hot take 2, Toyota's handling of the Supra nameplate is one of the great fumbles in modern automotive history. They had the goodwill, they had the legend, they had a fan base that was ready to forgive the BMW partnership if the product kept improving. And they quit. With a perfectly functional, well-reviewed sports car, they just stopped. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will. Hot take 3, Nissan putting a Z badge on the hood instead of the Nissan badge is the single most confident brand decision either company has made in years. The Z doesn't need Nissan's name to sell it. The Z is the name. Toyota would never do that with the Supra, because Toyota never fully committed to the Supra being its own thing. Nissan let the Z be the Z. That's why it's still here. Hot take 4, if I was walking into a dealership today, with what I know now, I would buy the Z NISMO. Not because this car is bad, because Nissan is building for the future and Toyota already left the room. So guys, here's where I land. I'm keeping the Supra. Well, yeah, if you pick the Shelby, I'm gonna keep it because I love it. Or, well, it can go to one of you by clicking the pin first comment, and for 99 cents, you get a ton of entries to both win the cars and the cash, 100 grand. And here's the thing about this guy. It is such a great car. It still makes me smile every single time that I turn it on and drive it. But if a friend calls me tomorrow and says, I want a proper sports car under 60 grand, what would I buy? I'm gonna tell you the Z NISMO without hesitation. Nissan just showed up for 2027. GTR brakes, which was the last car that we gave away. Manual gearbox, Recaro seats, frameless mirror, Z badge on the hood, 55 years of heritage on the startup screen. A company that just fought to keep this car alive through bankruptcy scares and a market downturn and 11 years of a stagnant 370Z. They came out on the other side with this. Toyota will come back. They always do. They always will. And when they do, it's gonna be great. But right now, Nissan has the sports car segment and they earned every single bit of it. Yeah, sorry, buddy. It's just the truth. Subscribe so we can hit 2 mil by the end of the year. If you feel this one, drop your Supra or Z hot takes in the comments, and remember to get entered to win this ideal car by clicking the pin first comment for less than $1. I'm Brad Danger. This is Ideal, and check out some of these Ideal vids over here, and promise me one thing: keep living the ideal lifestyle.